you would do.
Okay, so Kali Center University, you guys were able to at least get on that. So you're viewing a lot of the videos on Kali Center.
Yeah.
And then you saw the ITC 2018. Was it on Facebook that you saw it on? Was it on YouTube?
It was kind of on everything.
Okay.
It was because I was part of the Facebook group and the subscription on YouTube, and of course the advertisements came up on the video website.
Right.
The training website.
So then, what made you decide? Okay, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. Because at first it's like nerve-wracking. It's like I don't know what ITC is. I don't know what 5 days of this could be hell. Yeah. I don't know if I can get the time off. So what made you decide? Like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna like
edit.
I want to do this. Like, I want to commit to this.
Right.
I don't know. I didn't want to take. Did you have an answer?
No, really, I just wanted to do it because Mark wanted to do it. So I was really just looking for a road trip. You know, I didn't really know what this was at all because I have very little experience in Kali. So for me, I was just like, well, you know, I kind of like martial arts, and so we'll just see what it is. You know?
Right.
It was more about the trip to me than this, but this actually ended up being a lot more what I enjoyed.
Okay.
I didn't know that going into it.
Right.
I think I watched one of the promo videos, and it was just, you know, I mean, it was a little bit of fighting back and forth or something. I was like, okay, well, what are we doing, you know?
Right.
So I never did really know until we got here and we started what this was going to be.
And it helped that we weren't in Chicago this time.
That was a big thing for me because being in California, you know, Chicago was just like, it might as well have been the other side of the world.
Right.
In terms of just cost getting there, cost of staying there. You know, the first ITC that I'd seen, I was like, that would be really cool, get an intensive, finally get these questions answered directly, you know, because some of the videos I don't learn very well from.
Right.
So, you know, going through them, even with a partner, it just got to be things like, well, do I have the right angle? Am I doing this right? It just seems weird. Let me rewind. I'm not sure. I'm not getting that feedback.
Right.
So I always had in mind of that would be something cool to do someday if I have the time and the money and, you know, something else happens. So having it come out to kind of the Midwesty area out to South Dakota definitely made it more accessible. Instead of flying, what was their distance? I don't know. Instead of flying like 3,000 miles, 2,000 miles, whatever, to Chicago, we're driving about, you know, 1,200 miles, which seems like a lot to drive, but
it's much more doable than
for sure.
than driving all the way.
1 day.
I almost got that.
Get them all.
Better than my gut.
Right.
Well, and it's made it worth it because now watching the videos, now I feel like I have enough experience in it to where watching the videos, I'm going to be like, oh, I remember this, or at least I have something to build from.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's
where
like
I didn't have that before.
It's like doing the contradas. This is for the people. We got to do it.
This is not a good idea.
This will work. Like doing the contradas, watching the videos, I would never have correlated this stuff, but just having it broken down for us.
So you've seen it. You saw it on KCU.
Yeah.
So when you saw it, on KCU, seeing it on KCU versus seeing it in person.
Yeah. And having it broken down and having it analyzed. No, you're not getting out of this. We're doing this for the video. This is for the Vine, dude. This is for the Vine.
I don't think this is going to help.
This is for the Vine. So
He just explained
the contradas. Come on, for make one.
Okay.
Anyone.
Okay. So. Yeah,
It's
except that I'm not doing it very well. But
no, it's all right. It's all right. It's just something that simple that oh, you got killed. That coming out from the 90 degrees and cutting on the one, or cutting against the one, and then following up with the one and having it cut. And it's just such a simple drill when it's broken down.
Right.
But it was never broken down. I shouldn't say that. The videos actually break down pretty well for videos. I just don't learn as well from that. So having us be like, okay, we're confused about where our footwork's going, and having you or Tom or Paul or Fall or anyone coming over being like, look, come out here and then step up, and then work your way around. That's just instrumental. So,
nice.
I mean, that's just one example.
Right.
Of how like our skills just like shot through the roof, and we both had some martial arts experience.
Okay.
But being able to do that here in an intensive, you know, 8+ hours a day, plus if we're, you know, bored or have some time, we come back and you guys are still training. We're like, oh, let's see what they're getting into.
Right.
It's just, you know, you get that. That's like a year's worth of training easily compressed.
So prior to coming here, were there any worries that you might have had, like any jitters that you might have had before actually arriving here?
I did for sure because the name being instructor training course was scary to me, having like no no experience in this at all.
So you didn't
I
have, do you have martial arts experience as well?
I have a little bit of I did a self-defense taekwondo class. I did it like all the way from 7 to like high school.
But this was completely new.
This is not even close.
Okay.
And I did a little bit of European longsword, but it's not anything like this either.
Okay.
So this was completely a new world for me. So that was totally different. But just the name being Instructor scared me. That saying, well, I don't know anything. I don't know if I can keep up with people who are trying to become instructors.
Right.
You know.
Okay. How about you, Mark?
I don't know if there were jitters other than
excitement.
There was definitely excitement. Yeah. A lot of things took place for me to allow me to come here. Not the least of which was my wife and kids were super supportive of it.
Good.
One
That's
of them
cool.
was a newborn, so she was
congrats.
as supportive as a newborn would be. She
Yeah,
was like,
Wah.
Wah.
Go ahead, Daddy. Go.
Yeah, but nonetheless, like
heard.
they were really like, my wife was really like, no, we'll take time with family. I want you to go have this week with Reno. You know, you guys go hang out and do stuff. But as far as jitters for the material, it was mostly just like a sense of, okay, how advanced is this going to be?
Right.
From the stuff that I don't know. I'm so a lot of the stuff I'm firmly reviewing and going over in the videos is a lot of very fundamental, basic stuff, foundational stuff.
Right.
You know, I'm working a lot of 1 and 2s, and I'm working a lot of the combinations and a lot of the footwork and stuff like that. And come to find out that that's so much. It's like so little and yet so much of what the whole system is. So we're immersed in that while you're here, and we're doing a lot of 1 and 2. And then we're seeing the application of 1 and 2, and we're seeing the application of how it works in different forms, different drills, different.
So how does it look on video compared to in person? Like when you're seeing the stuff in video versus actually seeing it in person, like the sounds, the movement.
It's a whole new world. I mean, we're talking about being present. You know, it's like if I had a camera and could like circle it around everything that's happening when showing the drills on the video, and then I could like be in the midst of it, watching it from this perspective and being able to interact with the instructors, then maybe it would be on the same level. But this is just totally different. It accelerates and enhances training, and it gives you principles like you can take back to the videos. Enhance your training from that.
That's freaking awesome.
And then there's like a weird like little celebrity thing because I got to meet you and Paul and all. I was like, these are the guys on the videos I see on YouTube. Like they're kind of like up there, you know. So that's like just
YouTube celebrity,
right? That's just a cool thing in and of itself, you know.
Yeah, it's still weird to me.
It's just a whole new thing.
Okay, so then before and then after, like what changed? When you were like, okay, you're what you were thinking before, and then when you were finally immersed in ITC. What did you like discover?
What did I discover, or you mean?
Yeah, what changed for you? Like once you finally got into it, like you said, you had some jitters.
I did. So at first, even when we started, I felt like just really stupid because I just had no idea what we were doing. You know, and I was just like, I just felt like I was just flailing around until you came up and were like, do it like this, you know, and I'd be like, oh, you know. So I mean, it just took me having to be like, okay, I'm just gonna have to be humble. I know that I do not know this stuff, and that I am totally a beginner, and I had to be okay with that, and then let someone teach me.
So then you finally felt, okay, this is comfortable now.
Yeah, I still have a hard time with a lot of this stuff, but I mean, I've gotten it so much better than I did when I got here.
Nice.
So. Yeah.
Cool.
It's worth every bit of it. Every drop of sweat, every frustrated groan of like, I gotta get it again, and oh, when are we breaking? Because I'm so tired. Yeah. All the pain and all the like struggle.
Is it easy? Is like?
It is simple, but it's not easy.
Right. Because it's a long day.
Yeah.
Are you tired towards the end of?
Towards the end of the day and towards the end of the week, we crawl back to our tent like, okay, come back.
Worst for me was the second day, after just getting my forearm just turned into jello. Then I was just like, wait, I have to do this another day? Like, I don't know if I can do this another day. But you know, we pulled through, and you know, now actually, you know, other than my forearm, feeling pretty good. You know?
All right, so the people who missed it.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
You're missing out big time. Yeah. There's all sorts of perfectly valid reasons not to come. I will say that as a qualifier because I almost didn't. And when I first, going back to again when I first heard about it and where it was really just my instinctual reaction was like, it's closer. I wish I could be there. There's no way I can.
So would you have regretted it if you didn't come?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have fully understood what I missed, but I would have regretted it. I definitely would have.
I think that's what's hard about this is that you don't know what you're missing until you're here.
Yeah.
So I know, like for me, I had no clue, and even watching the videos, I still had no clue. I didn't know until we were through the first day what we were even doing.
Right.
You know, and then I was like, oh, now I know what we're going to be doing. You know, and so I think without that, I don't know how you would even know that you should miss it. You know.
Right.
Because I was on the fence too. You know, because it's really a hard time of the year for me. So it's very difficult for me to say, oh yeah, I can just disappear for a week, let my business just handle itself. You know, and hope that things go well there while I'm here. But I'm glad that I'm here now.
Awesome.
So.
And then, what are your thoughts on Paul Ingram as a teacher?
I think he's an excellent instructor. I think all of you guys actually are really good instructors, and you have different approaches, which actually helped us both, because Paul has a really intense, developed knowledge of the entirety of the system, and he's constantly learning, and he's constantly teaching what he's learning, and then learning as he teaches. So it builds on itself. So he has a great grasp of the systematic structure, and yet, even that individually, it's like Reno would always be saying how, man, like Ollie really helps me understand it. I can't wait till I can get all his attention because he really breaks it down. And I'm like, Ollie's awesome, but Tom really like punishes me when I get it wrong and like really makes me feel it. And so it's like, no, it's like this, and everybody just pushes so hard, but everybody's so involved and engaged in teaching, help us understand. It's I don't know. It's a breadth of knowledge and information that you can't get just by watching the videos. You can't get just by emailing Paul, emailing you guys. A little bit, yes, but it's the in-person presence is worth 100 videos.
Nice.
Well, it's worth it just to hear Paul explain a question that you've asked.
Yeah.
Because he's going to go in depth about why you do something a certain way, why it's been done that way in the past, or why currently people are fighting this way. And that's stuff you're not going to find out just by watching a video or saying, okay, looking at the curriculum, saying, okay, this is this move. Well, you're not going to get, well, if I do it like this, is that wrong or is that okay? You're getting so much more insight into the answers.
That's the go-to answer while we're here. It depends. There's just so many factors.
Right.
Yeah, but you get to see the different reasons.
Yeah.
It's not just it depends.
Yeah.
It depends because of.
Right.
And then you get, well, if you do it like this, this can happen. If you do it like this will happen instead.
Right.
Well, you're not going to get that anywhere else other than being here.
Right.
With the instructors.
I've literally asked him a question that I was like, this is a yes or no answer. He will answer this, and I'll be like, should you go here or here? And be like, here, and it's done. And he'll lecture for like, and you'd think this would be a detriment. This isn't. It sounds like I'm complaining, but I love it. It's like he'll lecture for like 10, 15 minutes, and there's so many angles, like angles of attack.
Right.
There's so many angles that he goes off from that one question that should be a quick answer, but it's not, because there's so much to think about from it. And suddenly he's on an entirely different topic.
Right.
Not rambly, but like that's how this feeds into this, and that's how this influences this, and that's how this comes to here. It's mind blowing.
Awesome. Okay. Last question. Sure. Would you guys recommend ITC to anybody?
Yeah, I definitely.
And why?
For all the reasons.
It's a big question.
Yeah. For the amount of knowledge you're getting for the price, it's worth the value. It's well worth the cost. I've done martial arts for many years. I have a black belt now in Shaolin Kempo, and I've really treasured the 10 plus years I put into that. But that's over so much time, and like an hour or two a week. You get it all just shoved into 5 days of intense working on it and developing it and sweating through it, so you know exactly how it comes together. It's worth every penny you pay. And I mean, yeah, it's absolutely worth it. Everybody should.
Yeah, I would say, it's not for the faint of heart, and it's not for everyone, but if you really want to learn this, then this is the way to learn it, but if you're just want to watch the videos and just play around, then you're going to waste your time here, because you're going to get beat up and you're going to cry and you're going to go home. But, if you're willing to put the time in, you're willing to work hard, then this is the place to do it, because you're not going to get this anywhere else.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.